Welcome back, everybody, to the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup, where the UCI World Champions are ready to roll just a week after securing their rainbow stripes. They are back in the start hut, trying to clinch an even bigger prize. It's been 2 months since our last stop in Leger, and we are amongst the incredible French fans once again here in Loudenvielle, Pays, where with just 2 more downhill stops to go before the end of the season, the riders are ready to fight for the biggest prize in mountain bike. It is time for the start of the final chat.
And a track of 2 halves. Really, really fast, open top section, now shrouded in mist. Big long run to the first split marker there, and then as soon as it hits this tree line is where the real ride-in starts to take place. Super steep, super committed, huge axle deep ruts the whole way down after the weather we've had earlier in the week. A vertical drop of 540 meters, 6.1% average gradient, 2.4 kilometers in length. Phoebe Gale leaves the start hut for FMD. Tani Seagrave, her teammate, locked in a title battle. That won't matter too much for this race run from Phoebe Gale. The mission stays the same for her. 2.9 seconds at the second split, faster for Gale.
Yeah, she is in the steeps now. This is where all your bike skills come to use, and your line choice.
She's sort of been 7th, 8th, comfortably inside the top 10 for most of the season. 18th at the Downhill World Championships in Andorra. 4.2 now at the third split, so this is good from Gale. As I say, these conditions will suit her.
Goes to that outside rut, into the Red Bull drop.
Another really, really solid race run performance from Phoebe Gale. This just gets over the front axle slightly. Gets it down, 5.2 seconds, so big run that from Phoebe Gale. Yeah, full dry tyres out there currently.
A lot of people are going back to dries. Intermediates or dries. The wet screens and the full spikes have disappeared, and we're looking to somewhat normal at the moment.
I don't know, it's hard to beat the look of a downhill bike on a full spike, but she's 0.2 of a second up at the second split, so Hrasnik slow up top, but as you would have expected from her, as soon as things have got steep, she started to cleave away time, so it doesn't take much in that top section. We saw Till Ollerin just unclip over one of the doubles, and it just really snookered his whole run for him. He couldn't get it back together again.
I think she forgot to pop off that road gap and just collect the front wheel on the landing, but luckily held on to it.
1.4 seconds back at the 4th split. Hrasnik, we're getting reports from Josh Carlson on course that the dirt is absolutely perfect for racing. Second place, 3 seconds back off Phoebe Gale. So can she move into the hot seat and put herself in pole position to take the overall this afternoon with 1 race to spare? Valentina Hall heads off for a date with Destiny in the clouds.
I think the visibility is getting worse on that top section.
We rejoin Hall's run 2.6 seconds faster at the second split, so she lost time to Gale up top, but she's 2.6 seconds to the good further down. So just a reminder, if Hall wins this and Seagrave comes 3rd or worse, she will take the title this afternoon.
Oh, dialed through that section there. I just love Valley's body position. She's so aggressive.
Yeah, just said yesterday, that 7th, got asked by Ashley if anything had happened in the run, and she sort of shrugged and she said, just not my day today. So, just about gets in that rut. No more. 5.7 seconds fastest at the 3rd split.
Look at her just skipping through those roots on that steep wall.
Yeah, she said that, she told us earlier in the week that the pressure of the team move to YT in the off-season, she wasn't sure if it would work out. It has worked out this season. Hall giving herself a great shot at taking the overall title this afternoon. What's the 4th split going to tell us? 4.5 seconds. So she's lost a little bit of time, but she's got a lot to play with.
She just needs to keep it smooth in these last 3 corners.
Yeah, attack the best form of defence here from Valentina Hall. The Austrian within sight of the finish line now. Gets over that gap just and no more. Heads over the final jump, just 1 corner left for Valentina Hall as she crosses the line and goes fastest in Loudenvielle Pays by 3.6 seconds. So Charlie, it moved back slightly on as Nina Hoffman leaves the start hut. Look at the cloud rolling in. As far as we can see though, dry up top. It's just visibility, absolutely minimal, Charlie. And I mean,
And even further down now, Rick.
and that, I guess, is all about just confidence in the practice that you've done and that you know where the track's going. Plenty of hours watching the GoPro.
Yeah, but it's still a bit disconcerting when you in the start hut and you can't see anything.
10th at the UCI World Championships for Nina Hoffmann from Saalfeld in Germany. Really unique style. We always said it'll be like a ski racer, just moves from the hips, keeps the knees, sort of opens them up.
Well, yeah, 171 heart rate on the route there, so she's working hard. But yeah, like I said, practicing yesterday in the wet, racing yesterday in the wet, and then practicing this morning in mint conditions. Smooth through the road gap there.
Really nicely done from Hoffmann.
Here's the head slapper. Oh, dialed.
176 beats per minute for Hoffmann. Through there, currently 5th in the overall. 4.4, so she's found some time lower down. Crosses the line in 3rd place, 4.4 seconds for Nina Hoffmann, so sort of swung back and forth on her. Valentina Hole watches on, and she doesn't give much away, Valentina, but I would suggest she's starting to look nervous up there. Marine Cabirou capable of some of the most electrifying race runs in downhill on her day, but she's going to have to trust the muscle memory across this top section now.
It's got to be affecting your speed in the top split when you just can't even see the next corner.
That's what must be going through Tanny Seagrave's mind at the minute as well. At the top, 1.5 seconds back from Marine Cabirou through split 1. Seagrave, who's got a job on to beat Valentina Hole here today. She managed it yesterday, but as that visibility continues to deteriorate, it may just be getting more and more tough for the British rider.
So coming across some of these little off cameras, you can't see it quite on camera, but there's some bedrock under there. And it's this sort of shaly, quite firm bedrock. And when it gets any sort of moisture on it, it's just greasy. So if we see this mist and a bit of drizzle, it's going to make those sections way harder.
3.4 seconds back for Marine Cabirou, the 27-year-old from Mio, 4 hours away.
So she just got inside those holes on that corner there that makes such a big difference. Look at how chopped up that section of trail is. The bike is working so hard, the body is working so hard.
That rut's so difficult to nail as well. The consequences don't even bear thinking about. Cabirou across, gap 2, out of 3. There's the 3rd one ticked off. Then you have to anchor up to get the right entry after this gap into this next
inside.
Inside from Cabirou.
Inside to inside, that was beautiful. You see that makes a difference.
Works really, really well for Cabirou. Is it going to make the difference at the bottom of this one? Gets boosted up in the air over that jump, turns left and crosses the line and goes forward. 4.8 seconds off Valentina Hole's time. Hole on a 4:06 currently, a 4:13. Are we about to see another? Miriam Nicole leaves the star hut for Commensal, muck off by Riding Addiction. Pom Pom is on track.
We have some excited supporters just out of the start gate there. Allez, Pom Pom.
Hugely well supported Miriam Nicole, as she is absolutely everywhere. 2nd at the UCI Downhill World Championships last week. Absolutely loved that result. 0.2 of a second back at the first split then for Nicole, and really kind of towards the tail end of the season, Charlie, you get the feeling that she's finally getting clear of all those little injury niggles.
Slight case like that.
Yeah, she's just gone
up.
faster by 0.04 of a second now for Miriam Nicole.
Look at this.
Second split, Miriam Nicole.
Do you see her hit that corner? It's like she's on rails. It's almost like she knows the time's green. Onto this sketchy bridge here.
And that downhill braking zone, really, really tricky with tyres filled with mud. Gets it done.
She's riding with confidence. You see the way she just leans the whole body into these ruts, just trusts them.
Her last 5 races, a 3rd, a 4th, another 4th, a 5th, a 2nd. She's due a win. Is it going to be this afternoon? You can see Max Commensal on the right-hand side of your screen there, along with the Ruffin brothers gathered around
He can't even
screen.
He can't even stand still. He's so excited.
Let's see if it works. Elise Empey up next. Then it's Tanny Seagrave. 0.3 of a second back though for Miriam Nicole, so she's right on pace with plenty of technical track left in front of her. You can hear the chainsaws roaring from the finish area already now.
Look at the technique. Heels dropped, low over the bars, just letting the bike roll through that rough stuff. Smooth through that section there. You can see that big hole that riders have got to get through.
Miriam Nicole keeping things rolling nicely here through the gap jump section. Needs to nail all the backside. Sets herself up nicely for this big drop.
Oh, she's up!
She's up by 0.8 of a second now. Nicole looks to be moving a second in the lead. Valentina Hole's UCI World Cup overall title hopes starting to look iffy here as Miriam Nicole looks set to go fastest. Can she get it down the line?
Oh, she does it! She does it!
1.1 seconds.
Wow!
Miriam Nicole moves into the hot seat.
Oh, the end of that run was a little trick.
And what that means for the World Cup overall then, if Hole can get second, Seagrave needs to finish inside the top 4 to keep her title hopes alive. This is going to require every ounce of Tani Seagrave's colossal amount of experience. Gets out of the gate. Seagrave off on a potentially season-defining race run. Can she stay in touch with Valentina Hole in the points? We're about to find out. Oh, no! Seagrave is down. She was green. I split one by 0.6 of a second. That could be it. The title could be heading back to Austria.
Here we go. We'll have a look now. Oh, no. She just gets compressed in a hole and just gets ejected off the bike.
Strange crash, Charlie. Just got sat up on the bar.
I think maybe, was it visibility or something going on with the front wheel slipped a little and there was a hole and she just got completely compressed onto the front of the bike.
And that could be it. Let's get her down the line. 10.3 seconds back at the second split for Tani Seagrave. Valentina Hole watches on, inscrutable as ever. But that could be the difference in 2024 between these two.
So unfortunate.
A really innocuous crash has put Tani Seagrave out of contention for the overall title this afternoon here in Loudenvielle, Périgueux. The pressure was building on this one and the rain arrived right on cue. Tani Seagrave crosses the line and goes into 10th place, and that is enough to give that woman, Valentina Hole, the UCI World Cup overall title. Valentina Hole, 2 weekends, 2 titles. Does the double. Downhill's golden girl commiserates with the woman who is back to her best but denied agonizingly by a crash this afternoon. Tani Seagrave.
I mean, it's insane. It's not the conditions I want to fight for overall. It's not really fair. It's the first time I'm happy that I'm not starting last. So I'm really sorry for Tani. She was riding so strong and, you know, the battle was insane. So I hope she's not injured. And yeah, I mean, on my side, I'm really happy and stoked and I can go on holiday next week. And congrats to Miriam for winning. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it means the world. So obviously, it's not good, these conditions. With Tani this morning, we were like, we don't want to start with the rain, and she's the only one that got caught in it. So I'm good for this, but despite this, I'm really happy. What a comeback. I'm super stoked, and winning today with a French crowd. Ils sont où les Français?
There is confirmation then. Nicole wins it by 1.1 from Valentina Hole. Then it was Gale. Superb result from Phoebe Gale as well. Nina Hoffman, Cabarrou rounding out the top 5. Here we go.
Well done. Speaking of stories, if you don't know what this girl's been through the last couple of years, look it up, because it has been quite the roller coaster.
But what an absolute fighter Miriam Nicole is. Never backed down, never gave up. Always believed she could get back to this point. Back on the top step. Miriam Nicole.
Yeah. Well done. That's so cool to see.